Hello, how you doing? My name's Abdul, aka AB_Deuces. That's my Twitter handle right there.
Does everyone deserve happiness?
Do people deserve happiness?
Does everyone deserve happiness?
Does everyone deserve happiness? And personally,
Thing is, it's not exactly an easy question because we can all say that everyone lives life to the fullest, blah blah blah, all that kind of cliche stuff.
I don't really know how to answer that directly because when I think about happiness, it's not something that is like awarded to people.
I think that people have the right to pursue happiness, like my friend brought up earlier. Not everyone will necessarily achieve it.
I do not think that everyone deserves happiness, because if you do something that takes away someone else's happiness, then you honestly don't deserve it in return. So
in the natural world, it's all about, what can you take?
It's not money, it's not a prize or anything like that. It's not something that can be given by someone else. Happiness is something that it's a choice.
You can spend a lifetime chasing what your definition of happiness is, but not everyone will grasp it.
I don't think that we are really in that position to decide whether or not someone deserves happiness, because it kind of depends on on your definition of happiness.
I would say that naturally, no. The answer is you're not owed anything. You ain't owed shit.
It's something that you choose for yourself. Like, I can do something to make you happy for a moment, but for you to have true happiness, it's based on you and what you think and how you feel. If you choose to be positive and believe that everything has an outcome that'll work out for the good no matter what, and you choose to be happy no matter what, that happiness that you have is a choice. I can't say, oh, you're not behaving today, so you can't be happy.
I think happiness more or less is defined by society, whereas true joy is for a lifetime. I know happiness is momentous. It's not something that you really you take it for granted. Happiness.
A child in a third world country finds happiness in a piece of stale bread, but a pedophile finds happiness in whatever he does. So
it's basically everything for itself and all that, and happiness has very little to do with it. But I think that as humans, I believe personally that everyone deserves to feel happiness at some point in their life.
That, to me, everyone has a choice for their own happiness. Everyone, no matter what they do, no matter how bad or good they are, happiness is a personal thing. It's a personal choice for yourself. I know people that are like, I've been to places where people are the poorest in the world and have next to nothing, but they are the happiest people I've ever met, because that's how they choose to be.
I do think everyone deserves happiness in their lifetime. The happiness can last for a couple moments or minutes, maybe hours, or maybe the entire day, but again, it's only momentous. It's not something that you can keep with you. Having joy is that eternal happiness.
So it kind of depends on what your definition of happiness is, but I don't think that we as human beings have the right to decide who deserves happiness, and I don't think that we have that kind of power to decide who deserves it.
I think that happiness is definitely something that we should all strive towards and try to, find where do we fit in when it comes to happiness. I liken it to Thomas Jefferson when he wrote that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So we all have within ourselves, when we're born, the right to be happy and the right to find happiness for ourselves.
Happiness isn't something that's given from other people. It's something that you have for yourself. So to say that we deserve or don't deserve happiness, I don't really agree with that statement.
I do also think everyone deserves happiness, because not everyone can find it. And then when you do find that just moment of happiness, it's treasured, it's undefinable. I also think that people should have joy, because joy lives within you. Happiness comes and go. It's, like I said before, it's momentous. It's not anything that will be cherished truly, but having joy is always with you. I know my friend, she brought up the fact that if I were to have happiness go to a murderer or the family whose father was murdered, I would choose the murderer, because the murderer would have a lifetime of happiness, whereas the family can bring happiness to each other. The family has already lost the father, so they still have each other. The murderer will basically be chasing it his entire life.
And who knows where you might be able to find it. Your passion may lie within the arts, maybe in helping others, maybe just even be, with you having security and finding yourself. So it's really, it all depends. I mean, the universe is a very, very big place, and there's room for everybody. The only time where I think that where you might come across a problem is when your happiness comes at the cost of another's. And I think that is kind of cutting the line. That's where I draw the line personally. I don't think that if you find happiness by harming others, that's definitely a problem. But other than that, I can definitely see that happiness is something that everybody, at least for me, although the natural world will tell you that it doesn't matter, at least for us as humans, my personal philosophy is that, it's a meaningless life, and it's all about you trying to find it, trying to find your meaning. And if happiness is what it's about, then so be it.
If it was that everyone has the capability to be happy or has the choice for happiness, yes, we all do.
And that is why I think everyone deserves happiness.
That's my point of view on it.
All right, y'all be easy.
I believe Jehovah Jireh. I believe there's heaven. I believe in war. I believe a woman's temple gives her the right to choose.
I don't know if it's recording. Is it recording? Yeah.